Khalid Masood Everything we know about the London attacker. 5 people died and 50 are injured following a terror attack near the Houses of Parliament on Wednesday. Khalid Masood has now been identified as the man shot dead by police after he ploughed a car into pedestrians on Westminster Bridge, killing 3 people before storming the parliamentary estate and stabbing PC Keith Palmer to death. Here's everything we know about the Westminster terrorist. Police statement. Acting Deputy Commissioner Mark Rowling, this morning, Friday, the 24th of March, appealed for the public's help. He said, "We named the dead terrorist as Khalid Masood, and as I said, our investigation focuses on understanding his motivation, preparation and his associates. Whilst there is no evidence of further threats, you will understand our determination to find out if he either acted totally alone inspired by terrorist propaganda, or if others have encouraged, supported or directed him. At this point I want to appeal specifically to the public. We remain keen to hear from anyone who knew Khalid Masood well, understands who his associates were, and can provide us with information about places he has recently visited. There might well be people out there who did have concerns about Masood but weren't sure or didn't feel comfortable for whatever reason in passing information to us. I urge anyone with such information to contact us, the anti-terrorist hotline, which is 0800 789 321. Who was he? Burly bodybuilding enthusiast Khalid Masood, 52, was born in Dartford in Kent on Christmas Day 1964. His mother Janet Ajjar gave birth when she was just 17 years old and brought him up as Adrian Russell Ajjar. The married father of 3 spent years moving round the country, and the prison system, with a host of different identities, including Adrian Elms. He was most recently based in the West Midlands and had a history of violent night crime, converting to Islam after years of criminality. Where was he from? When Masood was 2 years old, his mother, now 69, married Philip and they brought him up in a 300,000 house in the seaside town of Rye, East Sussex. Then, 2 decades later, they moved to Tunbridge Wells, Kent, where they lived with Masood's half-brothers, Alex and Paul. Paul lives in Banbury, Oxfordshire, where he runs florist and fabric companies. Mrs. Ajjar now lives with Philip in the Welsh-speaking village of Trillick in rural Carmarthenshire, where she sells textile goods that she sews. Over the past 5 or 6 years, Masood, his wife, aged 39, and their young children, have been on the move. He lived for more than 2 years until 2013 in Luton, where Anjan Cowdary, an influential preacher now in jail for terror offences, had been a regular and often mob-handed visitor. From Luton, Masood and his family moved to Forest Gate in East London, where neighbours said he frequented a mosque in nearby Luton. At some stage Masood's wife had moved to a new property on the site of the Olympic Village. A property there was raided by police on Wednesday night. In the past year, Masood and his family moved to Birmingham to a block of flats at Quayside in Winson Green. It is not clear why they moved there, but that property was also raided by anti-terror police following the attack. Did he have previous convictions? Yes, he was known to police and had several previous convictions across 20 years, although he had never been convicted of any terrorism offences. His first conviction was in November 1983 for criminal damage when he was 18. In a statement, the Metropolitan Police said, he was known to police and has a range of previous convictions for assaults, including GBH, possession of offensive weapons and public order offences. What was the most serious? In July 2000, aged 35, Masood snapped and slashed a man across the face with a knife after an argument that had racial overtones. He was living in the quiet Sussex village of Northiam when he attacked cafe owner Piers Mart in the face with a knife. Hove Crown Court heard that the attack left Masood and his young family ostracized in the village. He had been in conflict with his victim before. After leaving the pub, in which he argued with his victim, Masood lost his temper and slashed seat covers in Mart's car. When Mart arrived at his car, Masood waved the knife at him and caught his face, leaving him needing more than 20 stitches. The court heard at the time that Masood had consumed 4 pints during the afternoon and had the night because he was decorating his daughter's bedroom. Judge Charles Kemp sentenced Masood, then Elms, to 2 years in prison. 3 years later, and now out of jail, Masood was accused of stabbing a man in the nose in Eastbourne, leaving him needing cosmetic surgery. He was sent back to jail for another 6 months for possession of an offensive weapon.